as well. They're very important. You know, there's a lot of technical gameplay that happens in this game. And when we pretend like that doesn't matter, a lot of these players, they know them. They've spent time learning them. And you're not just seeing random probability and random chance in regards to where players are moving. Everything is technical and precise. And that's very important that the players know that, because they should be aware of this method that will help them improve their gameplay. So yes, this is group layout number 1, very easy to remember. And you're going to have 2 people by shack, kind of, and 1 towards box. And that is, wow, that's loud. And we're going to see where the Dream Witch is going to move over here by factory. And yeah, I think you can do it. Do you think you can do the next round, Grizzly, with Arms Factory?
Oh, no,
I know you said Sacred Heart.
I am not sure if I can do it. We will see. For now, let's concentrate on the game. What we can see right here, we have Union. I am also not sure if I say the name right, coming in with the Dream Witch. I'm excited to see more Dream Witch gameplay, because we were already seeing Dream Witch yesterday, and I was slowly learning all the strategies. For example, trapping survivors between 2 leeches, coming in with the patroller. And what we can see right here, this is exactly what is happening. We have the Dream Witch coming in with the patroller now. Already found the Mechanic as well, which is an extremely good find, because Mechanic again is bringing a lot of decoding speed to the team. You can see, oh, almost hit her right there. And
good job taking that pallet down.
I am not sure if I can do Arms Factory already.
No, that's okay. So one of the things that I want the viewers to pay attention to is the direction that sometimes these Dream Witches send their followers. If you've ever played Dream Witch, you know that sometimes it's very annoying, because you feel like your follower is not catching up to you. And there's actually a strategy that you can do where if your follower is caught, you actually send your follower the opposite direction of where you're going, because the follower will just keep going straight. So when you send the follower in an opposite direction and you move in the opposite direction of the follower will auto-calibrate and start chasing after you faster. And if we can see this in this gameplay, I'll give you an example of when that happens. One of the biggest little tricks with Dream Witch. So
what we just saw was the first hit on the Mechanic. Ooh, nice surprise! Really good.
So close.
Gravekeeper was seeing it and actually avoiding the terror shock, but taking the hit right there. Ooh, good job putting down these leeches, just putting pressure on the Gravekeeper. But what the Bloody Queen really wants to do is she wants to bring down the Mechanic right here. That can still. Oh,
beautiful
nice
blink. Beautiful blink just with that turnaround.
Really changed the skill a little bit before using it. Fantastic job.
And the Dream Witch did a very good job. When they hit that Gravekeeper and you leech, that's why Dream Witch can just move on. When you get that hit and you just leech, you know the leech is going to follow them, and now they got to actually be worried. And so you can hit them, leech them, and move on in a situation like this when you down somebody else. And I believe they have 1 leech. Nope, 2. Sorry, Mechanic and Gravekeeper. You see that white indicator, right, Grizzly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you can tell what the leech is.
Yeah, it means we have 2 leeches on the map, and the purple indicator means that these 3 survivors could potentially heal other survivors that have been leeched.
And it should also be mentioned that the Dream Witch, I believe, didn't Dream Witch start with Patroller?
She started with Patroller, yes, but she changed to Blink.
She did switch to Blink, yeah. And let's see the layout. We see that the 3 ciphers, there's 3 ciphers that are somewhat spread out, but it's going to be difficult. Going against the Dream Witch on this map is very difficult, Grizzly. It's very, and that's why a lot of teams you're going to see trying to choose Arms Factory first and putting their Dream Witch out. The question is how strong is this map going to be after the Arms Factory adjustment? I know everybody is getting caught up on the fact that Factory will no longer have that loop, but the thing is that the ciphers are going to be more spread out. Sometimes the cipher doesn't occur in box, They're gonna use one of these ciphers is gonna be in deep ruins where they're running. You see where Alex was running, or ALYX. That's gonna get repositioned over there. So it's actually gonna be more spread out, and so that's gonna be an interesting counterplay with the Dream Witch, especially with No Man's Land.
That really helps out the Survivor though. Also, I have to give it to the Dream Witch right now. She's doing a fantastic job. She is. I think Mechanic might get sent back. The Survivor team are not trying to rescue. They're really trying to focus on the coding right here. She's coming in with the leech, putting pressure on all the Cypher machines. You see that? We have a lot of Survivors running around and trying to heal up, trying to get rid of the leeches. As far as I can tell, we only have... Oh yeah, Mechanic's leech also got out there.
Yep, they're gonna prevent him from going through the window. Yep, prevent him from going through the window. That's an important Dream Witch strategy. Yep. So you climb the window, you prevent them from going into the window, and your follower comes up. You know, another interesting thing that I want to explain too, real quick, is when the Dream Witch was approaching the forward, you noticed that the Dream Witch did not take control of their follower, and the reason being so is that if you just allow your follower to catch up, they'll take down the pallet. So this Dream Witch is doing a very good job at taking these pallets down without, you know, because it takes them down faster without you having to, you know, change, etc. And the follower will continue moving automatically towards your movement. So we're seeing a lot of technical gameplay with this Dream Witch. They're doing a very good job.
Great rescue indeed. There we go. We have the forward rescuing the Gravekeeper. And now we can see the leech sending Dream Witch sending one leech towards the Cypher machine that is being decoded, just to put more pressure. Dude, I love to see that. I love to see how she can put pressure on all these Survivors while she's also following up on other Survivors at the same time.
And this is, you know, this is a good team. These Survivors are really good. ALYX. I love ALYX's input when it comes to when I make the character tier list or when other people do it. You know, very insightful. And Mistaken Green, who's the seer, super positive person, known Mistaken Green for a very long time. These are really good, really good Survivors, and so it just shows you how great this Dream Witch can be as a character and as the player who's controlling the character.
Ooh, that blink wasn't going through. That might have given the seer a little bit more time.
Yeah.
There comes the seer taking the hit, rescuing the forward. Good job, good job. Exactly what they had to do. Seer is down. How far is the Cypher progress? I would love to see the Cypher progress right now.
I don't know. Probably around. Oh, that one.
Look at that.
And they can't switch to abnormal. They've already switched from Patroller to Blink. That is a popular strategy too. What you do is you use Patroller to prevent the first rescue or get the first person down, and then you switch over to Blink to really start securing your kills. That's a good instant rescue. That's very good from the forward, Grizzly. If I can explain that real quick. The forward understands I don't want to get leeched, and I also don't want another follower, so your best chance of ever stunning a Dream Witch is after somebody is put in a chair, when there's usually one follower. And so that forward understood that and decided to stun. That was the best circumstance and probably one of the very few circumstances that strategy works. It's countered when you have a follower and a leech on top of the chair. So that was actually an excellent read from forward. Forward didn't just randomly do that. That was calculated.
And it is paying off. It is paying off. We can see Survivors are getting a lot of time right here, but still getting chased down. We have to say that LBM's Hunter is really putting pressure on all Cypher machines right now. Because as we can clearly tell, there was a Cypher machine. There was a Cypher machine that was almost primed. But the Survivors just, they can't really go there because the leech was standing right in front of it. I think it's not standing in front of it anymore. But you just have to say, this is again, late game of the Dream Witch. Extremely powerful for the Dream Witch. With these leeches, with this multitasking and just putting pressure on the Cypher machine as well as on basically every single Survivor at the same time.
This is very difficult, like I said. What were you gonna say?
That is something that I'm curious about. The basement was right there, and basement is a really strong area to bring down a survivor. Why did she not do that?
Sometimes using a Dream Witch, putting them in basement at this end of the stage, really what you're trying to do is you're trying to eliminate them as fast as possible. Beautiful blink. So you might as well put them on that rocket chair, and actually, when you have your followers in basement, they can be a little annoying getting out sometimes. That's just my opinion. Some people disagree with that, and that's perfectly fine. But at this stage in the game, with this many people injured, running around, and her main priority being that Cypher, they don't want any pop. It makes sense not to put them in the basement, and that's exactly why they didn't. I agree with that choice.
I mean, for me, it's understandable because if you're going down into the basement, you're also wasting a little bit of time to get out of there. And if you're just going towards the rest of the survivors and putting the survivor on the rocket chair on the way, you just have, you basically wasted less time and you can prevent them more from decoding. And makes sense, especially late game.
See what they're gonna do over here. Yep, so forward is now healed. This Dream Witch is taking their time. Riot did what they needed to do. They were all injured. They were trying to take some leeches down. They were trying to heal up. This is, you know what's so interesting is I saw Complex in a similar situation. Complex came very, very close yesterday with the Cypher pop. And in a situation like this, I mean, it's very, very difficult. When people are injured, you got leeches, and Dream Witch is just multitasking all over the map.
It is indeed extremely difficult. And we saw the Ford using either the mechanics doll or maybe found the doll inside of a item box. I'm not really sure about that. And I think what the team knows what they have to do right now is they have to wait it out and to get at least one survivor out of there. I want to say that Riot on the survivor side also has Alien in the team.
Yeah, but there's no Cypher over there. There's no, they got
you're right.
Now. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to explain that unfortunately, if you don't touch the Cypher in a certain amount of times, the Crows, they got to try to hide again.
Makes sense, yeah. And I just want...
No, keep going. I'm sorry. There's just no tinnitus.
Yeah, so what they are trying to do is they want to get at least one survivor out of their team. Riot wants to do that because we also have Alien on the Hunter side in the next match, and if they are able to get at least one survivor out of there, they still can win round 1 if Alien is able to get all survivors out of there. And that's at least what I think is the plan right here, to deny Team LBM from getting a 5-point game right here. And honestly, they are doing a great job. Even, you just said it, Ford has to go to a Cypher machine, and Crows were actually giving away his location. But, oh no, that's the Great Fever. But,
yeah, what they're going to do is put him in a rocket chair now because he's going to bleed out. So he's going to put him in a rocket chair, and he's got to switch over, though. He's already put that Gravekeeper down.
He found the Ford.
I don't... Oh, wow. He's going to struggle free, though. Because he already dropped the Gravekeeper down. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. Did he bait them? Oh, wow. They're going to pop it.
Dude.
Wow. They're going to pop it.
What a move. I did not expect that at all. Okay. That was a good blink. Now we have Hako in a little bit of a tough situation. But I think Ford can still get up, right?
I believe so, yeah. Because I don't see
any
bleeding.
If he gets the chance. Yeah, he gets the chance.
Oh, I think what the strategy was try to get the Gravekeeper up and put him in a rocket chair, and now the forward has to extend their life for the duration, which would be about 60 seconds when they're about to bleed out. But when they struggle free in front of the Cypher machine, both of them can finish the decoding. But look at Dream Witch is recovering. Good, beautiful recovery from the Dream Witch.
Wow.
You know, really drew those survivors back into the Cypher. Hey, it worked out in their favor, but that forward did a good job hiding.
That was overall, the late game was extremely impressive. I couldn't know that, and what we can see is what we were expecting. We have IAN coming through with a trimmage, and let's jump right into it.
And remember, this is difficult to get a 4-person, you know, in any situation. This allows the survivors to have a little bit more flexibility in regards to how they play the game, because they know they only need... This is called no man's land, by the way, Grizzly. This area, this is what we refer to as no man's land. This is group number 6 layout. And on this side of the map, there's usually 3 survivors, and that's why iAlien's going to have flexibility trying to find the mechanic. And that's where they're going to go, so trying to find that mechanic.
Great job, just putting down a leech early game, right next to the Cypher, right next to the Survivor, putting pressure on that Cypher machine. And there we go, found Listflower, the mechanic. Great job, exactly what IAM wanted to find. Oh, we can see the... Oh, she just put the doll right there. That's actually...
Yep, so she... Yep.
That's actually very interesting, because now IAM knows where the doll is, and that could definitely help to prevent decoding later.
And what you're seeing here is, remember, iAlien does have blink, so this is going to be very difficult for Lizflower. She's going to be able to predict this blink and get into this factory. There we go.
Good blink. There we go. There comes it. Great job. Great job. Great patience. And I have a question for you. You said that area is called No Man's Land. Why?
Yeah, this is group 6.
What does this name mean for this area? Like, why is it called No Man's Land?
Oh, wow.
I mean, if there's no reason, that's fine. I'm just curious.
No, it's I don't want to really bore the stream.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
No, no, it's not that. Okay. I'm gonna explain it, but you have to give me the time to explain this real quick. Okay. So look at your hand. I'm being serious. Look at your hand, and you see that first crease? No, you see the first crease on your hand, all the way on the top of your finger.
Mm-hmm.
You see that crease? Okay. Underneath that one, okay, there's a thing called No Man's Land, and back in the day, if you severed your hand there was no way to repair it. So it's a medical term. So it's pretty, yeah. So we kind of incorporated that in the game as if you spawn here, you're kind of, you know, SOL.
All right, I see.
So that's what No Man's Land comes from, a medical sort of term where if you severed a certain part of your hand, there used to be no surgeries for it. There is now, but not back in the day. And so that's where No Man's Land comes. It's kind of like, this is an awful spawn.
It's not even that, like, at least I wasn't bored by that explanation. And I want to mention to the stream real quick, we saw that IAN was kind of going against the wall of the outside map. So there was probably a little bit of lag going on, I think. Yeah, just want to mention it.
And we'll see how this defense is going to go against the mechanic. Remember, for the beautiful move from that Gravekeeper, now going in for that rescue.
Good job, great rescue. But of course, IAN is concentrating on the mechanic, trying to stop the mechanic from using its doll.
Well, mechanic did the right thing there, though. Mechanic knew that they were going into an awkward corner of the map. And so you might as well just absorb that hit, get your machine on the Cypher, because the Cypher is at 86%. So if anyone's asking why Mechanic stopped, Mechanic understood that they're not going to be able to get away most likely in that area. So control the bot on the Cypher that you've almost finished to help your team. And so that was good work. And one other thing, Grizzly, remember, this is not easy for iAlien. When you go against a team that knows they only need to get one survivor out, that completely changes up the survivor strategy. So in my humble opinion, being the second hunter can be a really big disadvantage. Beautiful stun. One of the things that you guys should be aware of with that forward is that he timed the stun before the balloon is fully done with the animation. People don't get that right with forward. They just go in for a stun. You have to get the stun before that person is fully lifted up in the air and they're instant dropped, and they can get away. But if they're fully lifted in the air and the animation is done and then you stun, that's when you get that awkward like 2 second, 3 second animation that takes him forever to drop, and it's almost impossible to get away. So you really have to time that animation correctly as a forward main.
I am amazed by the teamwork of LBM right now. They are really separating right here. They are giving the Dreamwitch a hard time to actually catch up. But again, there's still one Cypher machine remaining. We saw this before. One Cypher machine can give the Dreamwitch a lot of time to find these survivors.
Very true. And, you know, again, knowing that you only need to get one survivor out can change up your gameplay as survivors. So, you know, it's going to be difficult for iAlien, but iAlien's doing everything in their power right now, and we'll see how this works. Honestly, I thought you were going to say, you know, I'm amazed by your MCing, but that's not what you said, so it's all right.
The thing is, I am very amazed, like, all of the times, and it feels like I couldn't just, like, I could compliment you every single time that you're opening up your mouth, but that feels like a little bit over the top, you know?
That's a lot. Right. Yeah, but the thing is that I would enjoy it, you know what I mean?
Alright, okay. Wow, like fantastic job from Persuadable, from laughing at the choke. Can't wait for his next reaction to the stream.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah.
I was thinking I was listening to Grizzly for a moment right there.
And you can see that they're spending a lot of time trying to take these leeches off and really trying to separate the where all these dream. Oh, nice beautiful blink!
Extremely good blink. And great moderating, great casting from Persuadable as well. Nice blink yet again. Good job, good job.
I can't. This is all to do his last tournament.
Never ever again. Not with Grizzly.
Never again. This is it. I'm telling you, people only want us to MC because we're the only MCs that literally can roast each other for 6 days. 6 days of just constantly roasting each other.
Yeah, the thing is,
we are. Yeah.
The funny thing is that on stream it feels like I'm roasting you a little bit more than you are roasting me. But behind the scenes, I was just like, dude, I'm not casting with Persuadable anymore. That's it. I'm done. Because off stream you're roasting me way more.
No, it's not that. It's just a beautiful pop. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Survivor only needs to get one out in order to get the victory here. This is a lot of pressure on iAlien. It's going to be a lot of work, and we're going to see how we can multitask all of these followers and leeches, and it's not going to be easy. Let's see what they can do.
It's definitely not going to be easy, especially since survivors can split up between those two exit gates. And again, LBM knows they only have to get one survivor through the gate. So while iAlien is hunting down the fort right here, there are still survivors on the other side of the map trying to escape as well. Good job, good hit.
One so far. We have to see. Need to see with these.
He's protecting the gates. Good job, good job.
Well, trying to see the positioning of LBM. They're gonna try to remove that.
Ooh, that's actually, look at that. Two leeches were coming through. Mercenary is hit. Mercenary most likely is trying to. I would have assumed to, okay, yeah, going into the direction of the exit gate. That one was already touched by the fort as well. Oh, he's trying to get to the fort. Or at least opening up the gate. Oh, dude, that late game, that was extremely good for LBM. But right now, iAlien really showing them that he's one of the best hunters in the game. That's incredible. Still have the Gravekeeper running around.
Definitely. This is very intense. I'm just not even going to provide any unnecessary commentary. This is intense, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this ends.
No, you're roasting me, dude.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that on
No,
beautiful hit from iAlien.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That was incredible.
Hit with that comeback. That is a 4-person elimination. That's absolutely amazing work from iAlien. Absolutely amazing. Wow.
Imagine
Unreal.
having 3 survivors at the end, still running around and still managing to protect both exit gates, bring down
an MC when you're talking in front of everybody. But other than that, you know, no pressure.
Yeah, other than that, pretty much nothing else, right?
Nah.
Oh god, the game is... Okay. I just forgot everything.
It's okay, you got this. Focus now, all right? Here we go.
So
Come
what
on,
we can see right here is map group layout number 6. Hunter is starting inside the building. So what she's doing, she is going... Dude, I don't know where she's going, but we have 1 survivor near the shack. Yeah, that's where she's transitioning to. 1 survivor in the shack, 2 survivors in the ruins. So going to the left is a really valid move, because there will definitely be at least 1 survivor. Again, 2 survivors are there. They were transitioning good though. They knew that iAlien would probably go to the left. They were transitioning good. And I am surprised iAlien did not find anyone right there. How did they transition that well? Give me some insights.
So what they're doing is, well, they're hiding. What iAlien's doing is trying to find that mechanic. That's what they're specifically doing. But you were right. When you go towards this part of the map, there's 3 survivors that spawn here. 1 at shack, 1 at ruins, and 1 in between ruins and statue. And so iAlien is really taking their time to find this mechanic, because Mercenary, Priestess, and Gravekeeper are slow decoders. And so what Lizflower needed to do, which they did do, is drop their mechanic doll down, because if Lizflower goes down, then they can continue decoding with the mechanic doll. So iAlien understood the concept of what's going on. They're a slow decoding team, and I got to really make sure that I take down that mechanic, and we'll see how this works. And yep, good move. And
very interesting.
On top of that, takes down the global portal, as well as disrupting one of the cipher machines that they worked on. This is going to be in iAlien's favorite right now, because you never typically want to die next to one of the ciphers being worked on. So now this will slow their decoding down even further.
That was a great move as well, using Blink right there, really catching up to the mechanic and...
Wow, he hit, that hit.
Ooh. I didn't even see that. Great job. Still going for the...
I felt bad, I felt bad interrupting you, but that was such a good hit.
Yeah, it was. No, keep doing it. As long as it's important, keep interrupting me. And what we can see right here, again, mechanic still has the doll up, so there is still a lot of decoding going on. Bringing up the Gravekeeper right here. And what we can see on the survivor side is that they are concentrating on decoding right now. They will go in for the rescue of Lizflower before she is eliminated, but they were not going in before halfway, because they just want to take the time to decode.
Here we go. This is going to be a chess piece, or chess match, not a chess piece. Gets the hit on Lizflower. It's a difficult area.
It really is. Going into the corner and trying to use the doll for a little bit longer. And going into that corner is just giving the team a few more seconds, because iAlien has to bring her back to the chair right here. And that's it for the mechanic. Great job from iAlien, locating the mechanic early game and really concentrating on her. Having her out of the game gives iAlien... Leaves...
iAlien did a good... Yeah, iAlien did a good job there, because the Gravekeeper was right there, and the Gravekeeper was probably finding a good time to go in for the rescue. And Bloody Queen not only was able to hit that Priestess and disrupt the decoding, but was also able to prevent that sort of rescue. And that's going to... iAlien's looking pretty good right now in this situation. There's a bunch of ciphers that are almost done, though, I think. This one and Forest. It's probably about 30 or 40%.
Look at that. Let's see if the Mercenary can hide. Oh, all right.
This is why you see a lot of people playing these sorts of characters, so they can just kind of use these abilities to really last as long as they can. Good job from iAlien. Good job from the Mercenary, though, too, as well. So this is why you see slow decoding teams. It's not just about the early game kite. It's also about in situations like these where they can continue decoding and kiting like that. And really good job using these mirrors, hitting that priestess almost every time. Very good job from my alien. These mirrors are pretty good. They're very good, actually. Not pretty good.
That is very, very good indeed. Okay, priestess is kind of circling back. Oh no. Was hoping that Ian would go through the portal too. Oh, that was close, but Ian, dude, circling around, trying to not hit or not hitting the portal right there and really being able to catch up by going through the portal as well. Fantastic move. We have the mirror again, and Ian strikes down the priestess, but Cypher Pop was happening. Yeah, really, really good coordination.
You know, what Alien did good there is when that portal was upstairs, he just dropped down the hole because he knew that if he went through that portal, I'm pretty sure the priestess would have been able to get a stun. That's a pallet stun sort of portal, so I think I'm pretty sure he's able to read that move. I don't think I'm wrong on that, but I could be.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. And there we have Ian bringing the priestess to... Yeah, alright, bring the priestess to the chair. We can see Mercenary and Gravekeeper Armor already made it out of there. Which means, this time, in the first match of round number 2, we have a tie, 2 points for Riot as well as 2 points for LBM. And that is putting LBM's Hunter in...
Guides, they've looked up transitional kiting, but group numbers and rotations, it is the next thing. People will be talking about this in the future, and it's important that people learn it if they want to elevate their gameplay to be better hunters and survivors, and it's not that difficult. It's just intimidating at first. And take it away, Grizzly. Good luck.
So what we can see right here is the hunter spawn at statue, which is group layout number 2, which means we have one survivor at the shack as well as one survivor inside the building. And yeah, basically 2 survivors to her right, and that is exactly where she was going and where she's trying to find the survivors. And oh, that was a great hiding spot from Mistaken Green, but we have Union finding the Seer first, giving the first hit to the Seer. Great job. Definitely wants to concentrate on the mechanic though. Again, mechanic brings a lot of decoding speed, but since the Seer already took a hit, we can see that I will say Bloody Queen because I have a little bit of a difficult time pronouncing that name. Fantastic portal yet again. Oh! What a teamwork. Priestess was trying to hide and go back to the Cypher machine, but we have the Bloody Queen giving her the first hit as well. 2 survivors are injured right now. I want to say something, I forgot what I wanted to say.
It's a beautiful prediction from the Blood Queen, expecting that priestess to be over there. And now 2 players are injured, and now the Bloody Queen's gonna take this down and get the indicator of where the mechanic is. And now that mechanic has to immediately transition, right? Yep.
Yeah, exactly what the mechanic is doing, getting away right there. And that is actually really good for the hunter finding the doll and just being able to go for the mechanic right now. Again, mechanic brings a lot of decoding to the ground. There we go. Sees the scratch mark.
Sees the marks. Yep. So what he's doing right there is trying to get them to hop the pallet by pretending to blink. So that's exactly what the Bloody Queen was doing. When you hug the wall and swing, you expect them to... You expect the blink, so then you hop the pallet and go right towards them. So that's what the Bloody Queen was trying to elicit there.
Ooh, good call from the Bloody Queen. Was pretending to go around the benches right there, but going back immediately and taking down the mechanic. Mechanic is down. We have 4 survivors, 4 Cypher machines remaining. Oh, she sees the doll there too. Great hiding spot, but the doll is now out of the game. That was a great find.
Get him. Yep, got him. I was like, oh, they might struggle, but that's excellent discipline from the Bloody Queen, knowing the limit of how long, obviously you can bring them towards that chair. So they're at 4 Cyphers. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if they get a 3-person elimination, they win this round. If they get 2 people, they tie the match, but they also tie the round. And so we're going to see how this plays in. See that the Gravekeeper is coming, gets the hit.
Good job rescuing before halfway mark. That was a great rescue. Utilizing the skill as well to take another hit. You can see that Bloody Queen was trying to hit the Gravekeeper again to get a double down, but now concentrating on the mechanic again, which makes a lot of sense. Trying to bring down the mechanic, but again, mechanic's doll is already out of the game, so therefore decoding is a little bit slowed down, but we can also see there are only 2 Cypher machines remaining at this point.
Right. The idea is that if you could take Gravekeeper down and then just use that mirror, take the Gravekeeper down, but wasn't able to get that. Gravekeeper did a good job with that, and now we see that Seer has the owl and is going to buy a lot of time.
That owl. Hunter really waits for the owl to run out. Oh, good job from the mechanic. Good discipline. Getting a little bit more time. Good
discipline from the Bloody Queen too.
Yeah. And there we go. We have the mechanic down. We saw that the rescue was before halfway mark, which means mechanic can get on the rocket chair again and still be in the game. I saw the Priestess sneaking around. Oh, Gravekeeper bringing down that Cypher machine right there. We can see that what I think was the Seer still decoding on the Cypher machine. Priestess coming in for the rescue. Cypher machine is halfway done, or a little bit more than halfway. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting rescue. Good job. Oh, taking the hit there as well. That is going to give the team a lot of time. That might be perfect for a Cypher pop when the next survivor is going down.
Gonna have to get this hit, but they gotta be careful about that Cypher pop. So you see how
it's happening?
Yeah, she rotated good.
Ooh, that portal was good. That was really helping right here.
Gonna have to be careful about blinking.
What LBM needs right now is a tie to tie that round. That means that if Riot brings 3 survivors, oh, good job, but we can see Seer is opening up the gate. If Riot can get out of there, oh, that's gonna buy even more time. She's teleporting away, she's not concentrating on the mechanic. She knows that she needs to find another survivor to tie that round right here. Oh, she got the Priestess, great job, but now she also needs to get back to the mechanic.
Yep.
Healing at 76. Let's see if she can do
Bloody
it.
Bloody Queen has to do this though. Has to do this. Doesn't want to go into this with a lose in this round, and now has to try to get back to the mechanic. And the question is where's Miss? Yeah, let me see. We see that all 4 are in there. So
I just want to say that one portal right there when the mechanic. Oh, nice, good job. We can see that Haku is going in for the rescue. That one portal when the mechanic was going down and the hunter was immediately sent to the other side, that really forced the Bloody Queen to get away from the mechanic.
Oh, is they gonna get teleport back up? They're gonna get teleport back up. Oh, does it? No, wait.
Isn't it like
no,
30,
no,
36, 35? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong number.
Okay. That's okay. We have there is still detention going on. There's still detention going on. What the Gravekeeper wants to do right now is he wants to buy. Oh!
That was important. That was an important hit. The question is what are they going to do? Are they going to try to heal up and maybe try to pull off a rescue if they have anyone left with tie turner, or do you just call it a tie and get to the next round, and it will be all based on one round?
It's an extremely difficult situation right now, especially since she's putting the survivor down on the exit gate on the other side. So they had to go through the entire map. Fantastic job from both sides. You just said it. Both teams got a tie in round number 2. And since both teams basically just tied round number 1 and round number 2, we're gonna see a round number 3. I was like, oh, that probably everyone heard that.
So you predicted my blink.
Yes, we basically we outplayed each other, and for some reason we are both still alive.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, round 3. We got the Spider by Roland. This is group number 5. And this is going to be inside a wedding, and they're going to most likely move straight. There's 2 survivors over here, and it's important that one of them stays in the area if they want to activate that tinnitus. And we see that Gravekeeper. Oh, they're going. Okay, interesting. So they're rotating right next to each other. We see the forward over here using these.
Was he using the pellet to give the Gravekeeper a potential kiting area right there?
So it's a strategy to throw that pallet down, so when somebody else hops the windows later in the game, they can immediately hop the pallet and get a speed boost. So it's not atypical for a survivor to set that up for later in game.
And what I think we are experiencing... Okay, was that just me?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
we can see that these spider webs are still here. He's gonna catch up. How much? He's still got quite a bit of. Oh wow! Beautiful blink and hit. 5 ciphers still up.
Wow.
This is a big moment for Roland, and he may get him in basement. There is no priestess. It's been banned. This is a very important moment for this spider.
Wow, that was a really good hit. I am still afraid whenever I go against the spider, especially with all these webs and that speed boost that the spider gets while going through these webs. That makes it extremely difficult to
be
predict.
Careful of this Gravekeeper though. Oh,
there
prevents it.
Wow.
Not only does he prevent the dig, he also does damage. This person is one shot now.
And
he may prevent this rescue.
Wow. Wow, that is
you
just
can tell
so
I'm starting to wake up.
That was so good. Gravekeeper was probably trying to get through the surface and going down to the rescue. But as you just said, preventing the entire rescue from the Gravekeeper. Fantastic job. We have the forward off the chair right now. Coordinator already took it. Roland knows that he has to be careful. He's going to use the jump and hit. Oh, hitting. Good job. Right. Oh my god.
Beautiful. That's beautiful moves because you get the instant attack recovery. Beautiful move from Roland.
Was crazy. Double down. We have the forward and the Gravekeeper down. Both survivors were already on the rocket chair. What we can see, Roland is concentrating on the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper has no ability left right here. That's it for the shovel of the Gravekeeper, and Gravekeeper on the chair for the second time. Great patience from the Coordinator though, not using her flare gun yet and keeping it for a potential rescue later. So I have heard, I have a question for you right now. Like, I have heard a few people talking about it's clever to use the flare gun early game, but I also hear a lot of people saying it's clever to use it late game and to keep it. What is your opinion on that?
It's gonna depend on the hunter, especially somebody like Clown, so you can prevent that first hit. And Gravekeeper did get hit right there, so once Gravekeeper goes down, we're going to see that first elimination. And you know what? Given the circumstances of that double rescue, Riot didn't do that bad of a job at all. Like, was really able to secure at least getting them out of the basement. That was an important moment. And it was an important moment for the forward and the Gravekeeper to split up like that. And the forward did a good job. I think it was the forward, right? Did a good job at adjusting.
And what we just saw was the spider going through the window in front of the Gravekeeper, preventing the Gravekeeper to get into the church, because inside of the church it could be difficult, or the Coordinator could wait for a flare gun rescue. So therefore preventing the Gravekeeper from going inside the church and going down inside the church. Great job, great flare gun! Wow! Just stopping Roland from hunting down the Coordinator.
Yeah, given the situation that Riot was in terms of that basement, they've really been able to recover a little bit from that, and they were able to adjust and they were able to heal up, and that was an important moment. That was an important moment for Riot to recover like that. And so now Spider really needs to come through here and be able to get at least another person down and try to get the victory later on. They're at 3 ciphers, but a lot of these ciphers have already been touched and tapped with, so.
Still phenomenal job from both sides. As you already said,
Yeah,
great recovery from the basement situation, but gotta give it to Roland. doing a great job preventing the rescue. All right, there we go. Fast Spider throws the web in, damages the mechanic enough to down her immediately. Fantastic job. Ah, that's speed. That's speed. One of the main reasons I hate to go against the Soul Beater.
And I believe the forward already did one of those rescues, so I don't know if they really have any Tide Turner left or anything, but he knows it. Oh, does he? Oh, so close. So close from Roland. He's going to go back, and he's slowing the decoding down now further, you know, telling the forward, making them think that they're leaving here. Gets that web shot, gets the hit. I don't think that there's going to be any sort of Tide Turner here, so it's going to be a difficult situation for Riot. They were able to recover, but it's going to be very difficult. No Tide Turner now, still 3 ciphers up. Roland is in a very good position here. Remember, for a hunter to get a 4-person elimination, especially in round 3, is difficult. You know, that's when the Blood Queens aren't being used. That's when the Dream Witches aren't being used. So it's going to put a lot of pressure on iAlien, so they really need to try to get at least 1 or 2 people out here.
Yeah. Again, we already said this. Whoever wins this round will win the semifinals in this bracket right here, and therefore both teams know it. And if Roland can actually get a 4 survivor elimination, that's going to put the survivor team of LBM into a great position, because they only need 1 survivor out there, out through the exit gate or the dungeon. And on the other side, Persuable already said it, that is exactly what Riot is trying to do as well, trying to get at least 1 or 2 survivors out through the exit gate or the dungeon.
Forward has a Magician Wand. We're going to see how he uses that right here. Nope. Magician Wand was not used. Yep. And this is also going to be difficult, because now if Roland looks at the cipher that's being wiggled, he's going to know exactly where both survivors are. They did pop that machine. And so, Cypher Machine, so let's see if he can get this hit. Gets the Terror Shock. Not much you can do as a forward right there. All you can do is really hop that in. And now, Roland needs to pay attention to these ciphers. He's going to take a little bit of a gamble and hope that none of the ciphers are done, so the cipher doesn't get popped. And once he sees it's wiggling, he's going to have to do that back and forth method.
Yeah.
And he's waiting for that Tinnitus. Well, yeah, Tinnitus is activated. He's going to expect them to be in the ruins over here.
And what Persuable meant by back and forth method is basically bringing down 1 survivor and going for the other survivor, and we just see it. Forward got up, and while the coordinator is down, going back to the forward and trying to get the forward down, because if he would put 1 survivor on the rocket chair, that would mean that there is around a 60-second time window to find the 2nd survivor, and if you're just leaving them on the ground, the time window is... I'm not actually sure how long it takes to bleed out, but it's definitely way longer than just putting someone on the chair.
We can see the scratch marks. We see that forward still does have an illusion wand.
That's a really tough situation. It's a long time before the coordinator bleeds out right here. Roland is already seeing the forward and trying to get to the forward again. Magic Wand might be utilized right here. Good job, confusing Roland, but Roland is not losing the survivor.
Excellent
right
discipline from the forward.
Trying to buy as much time as possible. Ooh, good job. Good hit.
So he's going to go back to the coordinator first and put the coordinator up, yeah. And as long as Mistaken Green doesn't pop up here, I believe that will be a good game. Forward's not going to, yep. So Mistaken Green pops up.
And now, pretty much, juke. Good dodge. What a dodge, what a juke. The only chance right here for Riot to get at least 1 point is pretty much to wait until the forward is bleeding out and to go through the dungeon, but that's, under these
Beautiful
circumstances, that's extremely difficult. Ooh. Good job from
right
Roland.
There.
Fantastic.
I believe that's good game. Roland 4-person elimination. That is huge. That puts a lot of pressure on iAlien. iAlien had to already do this in round 1. And so now it's putting pressure on iAlien to do this again to get a 4-person elimination.
Yeah. Okay, I'm patient. I want to see that.
And we see the violinist being used. Violinist is really good at that anti-rescue. And so even if a violinist gets kited a little bit in the early game, the anti-rescue is very, very good for round 3. And so again, what we're going to have is this group 7 layout, and we'll see where they go. This is a good. I actually agree with this this route. For some reason, I'm seeing a lot of hunters still going towards wet and broken, and I totally disagree with that strategy. And I agree with where iAlien's going instead. There's a lot more survivors cluttered over here.
And I said this before today's matches started. I want to see another violinist gameplay. I want to see the top tier violinist on this stream. And here we have it. iAlien already figuring out where the coordinator was hitting the list flower. Ooh. There comes. All right, I'm.
Yep, that's the flare gun. You can see that. You can see that though that they rotated into one of the people decoding. So what this is going to do is going to slow down the decoding of the team. So, but this is a strong area for kiting. But we got to see.
Good job scaring off the seer right here. Same time, not losing track of the coordinator.
Yep, was able to buy a lot of time though. So what's going to happen is coordinator is going to get out of this area, and Seer needs to go back into graveyard to keep decoding. But I think Seer did the right thing, absorbing that hit instead of using. Oh, beautiful move!
Fast hit right there with the skill. Really catching up to the coordinator. Coordinator was, as you already mentioned, was able to buy a lot of time with the flare gun, with the help of the Seer who was absorbing a hit. Great job. You can see that I think the Gravekeeper is rotating out, but iAlien was actually able to see the scratch marks on the floor, if I am right. He's putting down a peeper to actually see if there's someone close.
Yeah, iAlien's doing a great job. Was able to hit that skill, and that can be difficult for a Seer to hit the owl. So they're at 5 ciphers. Just need one person to escape.
Yeah, and we can see that the Gravekeeper is hiding, is potentially going in at the rescue before the coordinator gets sent out of the game. But for now, it looks like they are just focusing on decoding.
That hiding from Gravekeeper was very good.
But I think iAlien knows that the Gravekeeper is coming through now. But we also have the fort. Okay, that's going to be a team effort, right?
That's
a team effort right there.
That's a lot.
Forward is trying to absorb the hit, but iAlien was able to actually land the hit on the coordinator. Great job, now concentrating a little bit on the Gravekeeper, but really wants to go after the coordinator, not losing sight of the coordinator. Because again, coordinator will be out of the game if she's hitting the chair. Fantastic rescue, but great discipline from iAlien, concentrating on that one survivor.
Yep, and they really just need to get one person out on this match, and so they're down to 2 ciphers now. And so one person's eliminated. They got to try to figure this out. I think a lot of the ciphers are. Oh no, they need to go to graveyard. That graveyard was worked on by Seer.
Wow.
The only good thing about this, not the only good thing, but the good thing about this situation for the survivors is that the ciphers are spread out a little bit. And so the question is if you can do some decent work on these ciphers, do you even go in for a first rescue? And so one of them is going to have to try to kite while the other one starts to decode. They really have to spread out.
Exactly what they are doing right here. We can see that the Gravekeeper is back on the cipher machine, and I think he didn't see the Seer going back to the cipher machine at the graveyard.
And you can see that they're really moving back and forth. One of the survivors is in between, so they really need to commit to something. And I think that's where they're going. They're doing a good
am
job
putting-
spreading this violinist thin. They're doing a good
Yeah.
job at going to different corners. And they're going to communicate with each other and say, he's coming after me. And so that's really what they need to do. I'm not even sure if you go in for a rescue. Accelerated decoding is... One's at 46%.
Nice hit. Oh,
Wow,
that was
beautiful
a
move
really
from
good
the
dodge.
Gravekeeper. That was an important moment. And now they're going to get a lot of progress done on that Cypher over there in the corner. He has peepers, so he needs to get a 4-person elimination.
Nice. Yeah, he really needs to get that. Oh, you're very right.
Yep.
He needs to get that 4 survivor elimination. We can see Gravekeeper is going down. He had to commit to 1 survivor. Going back and forth between those 2 Cypher machines wasn't going to...
Honestly, I just pop this Cypher. I would just pop it and have the survivors go to different parts of the map.
Yeah, true.
But they might not do that. They might just still go in for the rescue. It's just really a preference. If somebody goes down before that pop...
Ooh, good dodge again. It's extremely difficult, at least for me, to actually dodge between these lines. As soon as the violinist is having up his skill, the entire presence, he can just play the strings, and you can actually dodge.
Beautiful stun.
You can actually dodge the hit by... Ooh, nice. Dodge the hit by going in between these lines, and that's what we are seeing from LBM. They are really dodging the skill, the string hit from iAlien. It's difficult, but if you stay in the right position, that's something that works.
Well, LBM's doing a good job. I mean, you have the strategy of trying to pop that Cypher and everyone kind of, you know, separating. That doesn't always work against a Dream Witch, but on a violinist it could. But they're slowing the game down, and they're healing each other. The Gravekeeper might need to get healed up. So the question is what are they doing with this last Cypher? Again, am I mistaken? They only need 1 survivor to leave, right?
They only need 1 survivor to leave, and what we can see is that the fort is actually... Oh, that's the Cypher machine that was about to... Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We were looking at the 2 Cyphers, so they still got that 1 Cypher they need to work on. That's where I was mistaken. They had 2 Cyphers up now. It's hard to see it on my screen. So that's what they're doing right now is they're trying to work on this Cypher. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for that. I thought the graveyard was the last Cypher.
Oh, no, yeah. Ford is trying to get rid of the debuff that he's getting. And again, you said it, they only need 1 survivor out of there, and the survivors LBM are in a really good position to do so. We have 3 survivors up and running. Everyone is at full health, which means... Okay, we have Seer and Gravekeeper decoding the same Cypher machine. Forward needs to give the team a little bit more time though.
Good dodge from the forward. That was excellent maneuvering. Yeah, I'm over here like they need to pop the Cypher, and I was like, they're not even, they're working on it. I couldn't see the 2 and 1. I'm so silly.
I have to say huge respect to LBM, how they are dodging the skill from iAlien's violinist. That is amazing me throughout the entire match. There comes the pop, whoa, there comes the hit, but that's fine.
Wow.
Dodging the
that
ability
pop
again.
stayed the forward.
Read it. And what we can see right now is that
they popped it and the forward got healed, and then the skill hit him and he got hit again. That would have put him down. That was actually a pretty good pop.
what we can see, oh, nice juke. Again, oh, see, he was dodging the hit again. That is crazy. What we can see is iAlien is going for the Seer right now, while the rest of the team is relocating to the other side. They know they need to get 1 survivor out of there. They are just starting to opening up that gate, but oh, teleport is ready. Teleport is there. We might expect a teleport coming in quite soon. Good job for dashing away, dodging the hit, dodging the hit again, dodging the hit again.
That's excellent dodging. I mean, this forward is playing really well. If he got hit by one of those skills, he would have been down. That's so good.
And look at that. Sears off the chair, exit gate is almost open. Oh, he was trying to dodge again, this time taking it. But again, on the other side, we can see in the bottom left corner, we can see the exit gate is open. We have 2 survivors.
Yep, and that's going to be a game over. LBM is going to go to the next round. I mean, iAlien did such a phenomenal job. did a phenomenal job. LBM did a good job at slowing the game down. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, in 6 days, I haven't really made a mistake like that, but I did this time, and I apologize. I was like, oh, they're going to pop it. I'm like, oh, there's still 2 ciphers left. So